Boy. What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm discussing my Werner review. It's kind of late for that, but hey, better late than never, right? So I'm gonna get right into it. So what you want to do is, first let me backtrack. So how I started, I went through Michigan Works, and each state has their different like agencies, so to speak, of like a designated spot you go to for your like career choice or whatever. So I'm here in Michigan. I went to Michigan Works, and like I stated in previous videos, you want to make sure your license is free of any suspensions or crazy outrageous outlandish tickets, any accidents, stuff like that. Keep that to a minimum. Also, you want to make sure you have your original copy, emphasis on original, emphasis on both of those two. So your original copy of your birth certificate, that's the only way they're gonna accept you, even consider you. So you want to do that. When you get there, after that's complete, you take a comprehension and a math test. Once you pass that, you want to talk to whoever runs the program and let them know you passed, you get your results, you talk about it. Then you make the school of your choice. So I chose Suburban, and I chose Suburban because hey, I'm getting into this, and it was one of those instances where I was thinking quick on my feet. Hey, CDL A is the best you can get. I didn't want to get my C or my B, so I got the A. So the A is the best you can get, so that's what I chose. So plus Suburban always did business with that particular location of Michigan Works that I went to, so I kind of like low-key got a discount. So that was another reason why I like paid attention like crazy, and I was like super focused because just to give a little backstory. So I believe Michigan Works offered, I want to say like $3,500 just to pay for the course, pay for the school and all that. But this actual school at Suburban cost like, I want to say like 45, but they met in the middle because like I said, they always do business. So, and I didn't have to pay the difference. And like I said, it's been 3 years since, better late than never, right? And I don't have to pay anything back. And another one, I didn't have to commit to them. So that was like that was so great. But yeah, I chose Suburban, went there, passed. Also, there's other ways you can get your CDL for free. I'm kind of, jumping around, but I heard Amazon does it. You go through a program with them, and then you complete the program, and then hey, they pay for your trucking, they pay for your schooling and all that, and it's free. So that's another good way. The third and final way that I know about is you can go to Wayne County Community College District. I'm not sure if they have, I'm sure they have other locations outside of Michigan, but there's a few in Michigan that they offer free training and all of that. So yeah, check those out. Now for my Werner review, after I completed my 6 weeks of training at Suburban, I checked out, I did my maneuvers, did my road test, passed, I went to Werner. So yeah, after I completed my road test for Suburban, shit, I was hype. I'm like, hey Werner, I'm trying to come plug with you. I just passed my shit. No, while I'm talking shit, I was hype. Yeah, like who wasn't? But I called Werner, I'm like, hey, I'm interested in working for you guys. So we worked that out. They gave me a rental, you know what I'm saying? I drove to Springfield, Ohio. And I think it's important to mention that because I don't think all companies do that. So it's me having that first experience. I'm like, damn, so I'm getting a rental and I'm driving there. So did that, got to the terminal in Ohio. We did the drug test, we did the driving simulator, we did, the paperwork, all that good stuff. So also I did like the road test there. They know you can't drive. They just want to see kind of like what you know if if you forgot what you just learned, So yeah, so did the paperwork and all that. And after that was done, they put me in a hotel. Now this right here is the only part that I hate. Mid-COVID, mid-prime COVID, they got you sharing a room with a fucking complete stranger. I didn't like that. And the only way to get your own room was to pay $25 extra. But me, I found a way around that. But you had to pay $25 extra to get your own room. So other than that, I had to wait maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks for a trainer. got a trainer, you know what I'm saying? We went out, and that's when the real work started. So finally got my trainer. He was cool, laid back, down to earth, outgoing. Um, cool guy, cool to get along with, outspoken, kind of energetic, country guy. He was cool. We got along good. We didn't fuss and fight because, you're in that truck for 6 weeks with this guy. So it's cool that y'all have a good, positive relationship. So he was cool. We never bumped heads. However, I did hear a few stories about other drivers like myself early on in the training process of Werner bumping heads with their trainer. So I'm not sure what happened there. So yeah, like I said, I had a cool trainer. It's good that he wasn't, a-hole or butthead. None of that, bad stuff. So, he taught me basically everything I know today plus more. So the ins and outs, he paid for my lunches a few times, safe havens, parking spots. His wife made me something. It was cool. So yeah, his wife made me something to eat, and then it was a great time, man. I wish I can go back. I'm just reminiscing right now, but yeah. So after I completed my 6 weeks there, you know what I'm saying. So now I'm on my own. So not to mention, let me backtrack, rewind a little bit. He was on the Dollar General account, so I chose the Dollar Tree account because you get $300 to empty a trailer, which was easy the more I, got to doing it and figured it out. Plus you get like 65 cents a mile. That's how we get paid on the trucking side of things. So it's 65 cents CPM. So, the money was great. So, and you had to average 3 trailers a week, which was a piece of cake. Like to average 3 trailers a week, you do 2 Monday and Wednesday, then you do a pub trailer going to Chicago, somewhere like that. Because the terminal was in Illinois, Joliet. So yeah, so the money was great. And then yeah, and I chose the Dollar Tree account. So they do things a little differently than Dollar General. So you gotta unload pretty much everything like hand by hand. Whereas Dollar General, there's these big rotainers with like the product inside there, like cat food. You have a rotainer of cat. Speaking of cats, you have a rotainer full of cat food, dog food. Then that separate thing will be, and then you'll have one for like full of candy. So you got to roll that to the edge of the trailer, and then there's a lift gate. And then that's how it gets off the truck for Dollar General. So Dollar Tree, you have these rollers. So basically you got to touch each item like hand by hand unless it comes on a pallet. For the water, bleach, dirt, which I hated doing. Water, bleach, dirt. I feel like there's something else. But unless they had a dock and a pallet jack, then you pretty much have to cut that pallet open and then slide it down the rollers one by one. Which was, hey, I didn't mind it, so I didn't mind it at all. Like I said, the pay was great. It was a good exercise. Maybe that's why some people looked at Werner like, I don't want to do that, or all these other accounts suck too, or I'm not making this in my first year. I don't know what people's expectations are when they, when they get to Werner. Or within my year, I like broke down once. I think I caught 2 flat tires on my trailer tires. I'm not dissing them and saying they're a bad company. It's just shit happens, so that's that. But like I said, I was on a Dollar Tree account. So Dollar Trees are in most plazas, so that's that. And then you had the back kind of sideways to unload it unless it was a dock. And then I didn't mind waking up at like 4 o'clock, 4:45 sometimes. So the earliest times when they got to unload you was like 5 a.m., 5 or 7 sometimes. And then I didn't mind waking up that early. I didn't going to sleep earlier. I didn't mind that at all. The slow stores, they got to me every now and then, but hey, I'm not dissing the company. The equipment was great. Like I said, I don't know what people's expectations are when they get to these companies and they think everything's supposed to be fine and dandy and roses and petals, and no, it's not like that. Every job is gonna have like its faults and its issues and problems. So I didn't expect perfection out of that company, but that was the first company I was with, and then I thank them. I'm still cool with them. They're good people. You know what I'm saying? So They good with me. I got nothing bad to say about them. I had a cool dispatcher. I had a cool assistant dispatcher, I guess you could say. Shout out my man Nate, and then Nate and Jake. I always get them mixed up. And then there was one more. So same thing like with the trainer. You know, it's cool to have a good relationship with your dispatcher, because he's the one, you know, sending you the loads. You got to talk to him, communicate with him of any delays. If there's anything going on, like if the store closes early or anything, you know, you got to talk to them, let them know what's going on. So if you can't make it, you know, he was cool. He was make sure if I broke down or if I was getting held up by a store, you know, he would throw some extra money on top of that. So he was real cool, man. Shout out Nate. I guess, like I said, the equipment was great. Yeah, I gave them like a, man, I want to say a good 8, 9 out of 10. They had a good, you know what I'm saying, driver of the week program where you got like a free sub, free portable charger. I got a free pen. You know, let me know, hey, we appreciate what you do. It's not easy out there dealing with these stores and dealing with these people in the road and other people, you know. It's just, you know, that lets me know I'm appreciated, as well as been appreciated. When I got a year in, they threw me like a keychain bottle opener, you know, hey, congrats on, you know, completing a year with us. So I fucks with that. It's just little stuff like that, man, like other companies may not do or think of, but, you know, they do that to let you know they think of you and they appreciate you. The presentation on the truck was, you know, another great thing that I appreciate that I'm not getting with at my current job right now. So I'm not complaining, but it is what it is. I know other places they do things differently, but the presentation, you know, it was great. Even though it's a used truck, they still presented to me as if it was new. You know, it wasn't any physical damage that that the previous owner had on there, like a broke bumper or missing fairing, any of that. Smelled good. It had the little paper thing with the footprints on it, saying like, hey, this is your new truck, enjoy it, all this and that. Yeah, it smelled good. Yeah, it had a sleeper on it, so, you know, the sheets, I had the plastic over the bunk, which was good, you know. It was great, man. Like, it was real great. I like that. If I had any problems, I would just call whoever I needed to call and tell them, like, hey, this and that needs to be fixed or needs to be adjusted. And speaking of that, like, the pay was easy too. So, you know, I do the paperwork, send it in by like Tuesday, I think, like, I want to say 11, you know, I get paid. Piece of cake, we pay weekly. That's another good thing, right? So you don't want to be working too hard and then get paid bi-weekly, which is a piece of shit, but hey, you don't hear that from me. But yeah, you know, it's a piece of cake, man. You know, get that shit done, knock it out, do what it do. And then another thing that was on my mind, yeah, vacation. That was great. You know, I don't think I had to work a certain amount of days to get vacation in, but I did inform them that I had a vacation coming up, and it was, you know, easy for them to accommodate me and get the days off. No headaches, no hassles, none of that. So, you know, I appreciate them for that. So, like I said, overall, man, Werner was great. I got nothing bad to say about him. And on top of the pay, the $300 a trailer, which was easy, you know, I started doing that shit by myself, like 2,000 pieces, 3,000 pieces. You know what I'm saying? Like hand by hand, started knocking it out. And then, so on top of the pay, 65 cents a mile, it didn't take a year to go up like 1 penny like it was with Creek. Creek was the second company I worked for, and I'll do a separate video on that. But yeah, it didn't take a year for me to go up 1 penny. So when I ended, I was at like 73 cents a mile, I believe, which was great. And on top of a bonus that they threw in there, I think the bonus was you had to average like 3 trailers, like I said, which was a piece of cake. Like anybody could do that. You had to average 3 trailers. I want to say from like April to September or something. Then they threw like 4 or 5 grand, and I'm like, man, I could do this, you know, all day, man. So that was great, man. It was real lovely. But looking back, I think I used to think about, like, I really didn't have I probably gotta think, cause I think I had time to eat. It was just, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I had time to eat, but it was great. You know what I'm saying? Overall experience, like I said, I give Warner like shit a good 9 out of 10, really, because, you know, I can't hate on him. The only thing I didn't like was that fucking COVID shit, because it's like, yo, it's mid-COVID, prime COVID. Why do you got me sharing room with somebody I don't know at all? So, other than that, man, like I said, from the equipment to the pay to, you know, and even the staff at the terminal, like the safety department, people behind the desk, real cool people. Like nobody was asshole to you. They greet you, and I know if you're big on that, being greeted somewhere like I am, you know that means a lot. So the safety people, the people who worked on the trucks, you know, they were cool because you got to get an annual inspection on your truck. So you know, it was cool, man. So I tip my hat off to everybody. I got no hate towards them, no bad feelings, no nothing. So like I said, I give Werner a good 9 out of 10. The only reason I left because it slowed down. So like I said, if you're like, so the terminal was like where they did. No, I'm sorry, the DC. If I ever said terminal, I meant the DC. No, forget that. The DC was where like they loaded the trailers up at. So I never went inside, so I don't know how you fill the trailers up as far as the other items that didn't come on pallets, like the water, the bleach and stuff like that. Like the do-rags and boxes of toothpaste and the tissue, and like I don't know how that got on the trailer. I'm thinking it got on there, you know, by hand, by human hands, not a robot or anything. So I just think like it slowed down around, I want to say October. So when it slowed down, I'm thinking like, okay, people don't want to be like in this warehouse type setting, which looks like it didn't have any windows and it probably felt like they were slaving. So they didn't want to do all that, you know, they didn't want to do all that fucking work, you know, hand by hand, putting this shit in the trailer, one hand by hand. So I'm thinking that's why I slowed down, because there was always a delay on trailer being made, or this and that would be done by, you know, 1400. So I'm like, damn, okay, it is what it is. I'm just sitting here, or I can go do a back haul, which was whatever. But yeah, I'm thinking that's why people slow down, because if it wasn't for me, I probably still would have been there, but I probably would have been wanting to come home sometime, but probably would have switched the accounts on Werner, because, you know, like I said, the pay was great, but that's my real belief on why it slowed down. And then, you know, it got to the point where, hey, I'm just sitting around, and you know what they say, if the tires not rolling, you're not making any money. So I didn't want that to happen to me, so I had to get up out of there, unfortunately. And then yeah, that was that. So like I said, man, I give him like a 9 out of 10. So we'll call it that, man. So shit, if I got any other ideas that I'm leaving out or anything, you know, I'm gonna leave it in the comments, because like I said, I don't know what people's expectations are, whether this is their first company or third or fourth, because a mega carrier like Werner is like, they call them like starter companies, or they call them like second chance companies. Same thing with Swift, JB Hunt, those guys. So, you know, they'll give you a second chance come around if you got, say, an accident on your record. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what people's expectations are when they come here, but me not having any, shit, they exceeded the expectations. So I was beyond grateful for that. So I appreciate the people at Werner, man, like I said. So I give them like a 9 out of 10. So I'm gonna stop being repetitive and go ahead and chalk it up, man. If I need a job, I know who to go to. So yeah, man, if you stayed this long, I appreciate you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate everybody. So we're gonna get up out of here, man. Until next time. Peace.